Kirsten, welcome back. Today is Valentine's Day. I thought I'd talk to you about romances, but I did not think of any romances. You know, I'm not so big on the romance genre, so today is also St. Cyril's and Methodius Day, and they are the patron saints of Europe. So I have books for you today which are set in mainland Europe. That's the idea. We'll see how it goes. The first thing I've got for you here is a shelf full of shallow school books. I love shallow school books. They started in Austria when the Anschluss happened. They ran away. There's drama and saving Jews from invading Nazis and all sorts of exciting things on the way. They find themselves in the Channel Islands because of course it was written contemporary and no one thought that the Nazis would get as far as the Channel Islands. So then they ran away again and they ended up in England and sometimes in Wales. And then they went back to Switzerland. So I'm going to show you one of these nice Girls Gone By editions. These have the complete text. The originals were hardbacks. There were paperback versions which were strongly edited and not edited well. Cut out random passages so that it really made it not make a lot of sense. There wasn't a lot of respect going into those editing. But the Girls Gone By editions are easier to find, paperbacks, and they have the complete text. So this is Joey & Co in Durrell. I'm slowly gathering a whole set. I don't have the whole set yet, but one day, maybe, you never know. While we're on children's books, I'm going to show you this one, When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit by Judas. You might know Kerr from the Mog books, The Tiger Who Came to Tea. This is an almost autobiography. Kerr came from a wealthy family in Germany, and as things got bad, she had to leave. But to her it was an adventure. She was going on an exciting travelling trip around Europe. And there's not a lot of fear in this book because, as she said in interviews later, she didn't have a lot of fear. It was all about her parents managed to protect her from all of that. So it is scary for the reader who knows what's happening, but it's and in places it's quite alarming what happens, but it's a bad things happened, but she got out. And it's a lovely book. I'd highly recommend it if you haven't read it. And I've just noticed over here, Heidi Grows Up by Charles Tritton. Tritton was the translator for Heidi into English, and he wrote a couple of basically fan fiction which got published of what happened after the end of Heidi. And I really love them. She gets some great female friendships, babies, all that stuff. I really love them, and they really feel, to me, they felt like they were in the spirit of the original. So I'd recommend that. Heidi Grows Up and Heidi's Children by Charles Tritton. Obviously those are set in Switzerland. Then I've got something which is a romance for you. P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern. I love Ahern's writing. She's got great characterisation. She's got a little touch of whimsy. There was a film of this which I did not love. My husband did like it because he hadn't read the book. But this is about an Irish woman whose husband dies, and then she gets a letter from him, and every letter, he keeps sending letters. Every letter ends P.S. I love you, hence the title. And in it he helps her get her life back, and she does go on holiday to the Mediterranean, hence my fitting it into this set of books from somewhat farther east of where I am, even though it's mostly set west of where I am. So yeah, so if you like romances and you've somehow not picked it up, it's a feel-good story about a woman putting her life back together after devastation. Then I've got something completely different for you. There'll be some more war and devastation later. A Time of Gifts by Patrick Leigh Fermor. This is the story of him as a teenager setting out from England and walking to Hungary. He, in fact, is attempting to walk to Constantinople, but this book covers only the bit as far as Hungary, and it's about the people he meets and the things he bought, and how he really kind of fell on his feet because he was clueless and he just like walked around. At one point he walks up to a police station and says, "Hi, I've run out of money, can I sleep in your cells?" And they just say, "Sure, what time do you want breakfast?" I mean, it's just ridiculous, but it's very well written, and it does cover, I read it when I went on holiday to Hungary, and it covers the space from here to, I think, Budapest. So if you like travelogues, especially the kind of ridiculous travelogues where people go in just trying really ridiculous things and walking the whole way, basically, that's a great book. And he also features In Bitter Lemons of Cyprus by Durrell. Now, I read this book because it occurred to me that I knew absolutely nothing about Cyprus and Cyprus's history. And it's more sort of what his time in Cyprus was like, but it happened round about the time of leading up to partition. So there's a lot of politics, and he mostly knows local villagers, so he's mostly coming from a very sympathetic local villagers kind of way, rather than from a "all my mates are in the army" kind of way. I really liked it, but it did make me realise quite how much both Durrell brothers, both Lawrence and Gerald, leave their women out of it. So his wife is in this book, except she's barely in this book, and his wife was also living with them in Corfu when Gerald wrote about in My Family and Other Animals. And Gerald doesn't even mention Lawrence's wife. It's just eye-opening somewhat. So I really loved it because it gave me more of an insight into how Cyprus works, and I loved the male friendships shown here, but I did wonder where all the women were in this book. So if you have a recommendation of a book about Cyprus with women in, I will be in Cyprus in 10 days time, so make it a short one, please. But yeah, if you could drop that down below, I would absolutely love that. And I think that is all the books I have for you today. That's 6 books. It's happy Saint Day, whatever saint you're celebrating, and I will see you soon. Bye.